back at 2514. Customer complained that they've had other backups and that possibly a rock had damaged our pipe. So I'm going to go ahead and pull this back real slow and just make sure that we didn't miss anything. This was previously inspected and I didn't see any broken pipe. There is an offset right there, but just has some sludge build up on it still too. This is in the clay. Before we transition, right here is our transition. Here's our 22. So we've just got a small piece of pipe, a 22-degree fitting angling downward, and then the other side of the fitting. Everything looks good so far as I can tell. I'll just keep this going slowly just to make sure I don't miss anything. Everything looks good. It's just that 20-foot stretch. I had a well casing, so it's really heavy duty. Schedule 40. And right here is our bell end where it slides onto that well casing. Looks like we got a little bit of sludge buildup in the bottom there. Looks like a hair on the pipe on the right side. I don't think that looks like broken pipe. We can, that's a bell end, so I know that the pipe is actually double layered right there. And it is a well casing, so it's super heavy duty, and that bell end is probably 6 or 8 inches long. It's a really long coupling. There is some more sludge and dirt. Looks like probably from residual stuff inside the house running down the pipe, as far as I can tell right now. There's another one. That fitting looks really good to me still. I mean, there's a slight gap, but that's because of the coupling. There is a ridge inside the coupling that keeps the pipes from going completely flat against each other. That's perfectly normal. There's a little bit of sludge. It looked like there had been some sludge in there. It kind of just discolored that little gap, but it doesn't look like anything's cracked or separating. And here's our cleanup coming up. Let me back up real slowly just to make sure I don't miss anything. That's the edge of our Y fitting. That dark line you see on the right is just primer. It's purple primer. It's not broken. It's just when we apply the primer, sometimes it runs into the fitting and creates all kinds of colors and what have you. Try to get it. Camera to give me another look. So there's another example of just, you can see the purple just around the edge. That's from the dye in the primer. It's interesting that there's a little bit of dirt on that. I mean, dirt must have somehow come up. I'm assuming it's from other tools, possibly coming backwards from up in there. I'm not really sure. I don't see any broken pipe, so we might have to do further investigations to see what the problem is. I do believe it's inside the house, but we'll have to find out for sure what it is before we start digging up the yard, that's for sure. So the research will continue.